So ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be sitting down and we're going to be talking about what is going to have to be the most underrated wonder weapons in all of Call of Duty Zombies history. Now for this video, I'm going to be choosing 1 to 2 wonder weapons for each of the Call of Duty Zombies games. These are what I think are personally underrated, and I'm going to give you guys a definition of underrated from Google, just to give you all a fair warning of what underrated actually means. Alright, so for the definition of underrated, what it actually means is to underestimate the extent, the value, or the importance of someone or something. In this case, it's going to be the wonder weapons that I will be listing in this video. I just think personally that they're so underestimated that they need a little bit of light to be shined on them, so when you guys go into your next zombie game, you can try and use them and see if they're actually that good, and to prove to the critics that these weapons aren't actually that bad. But without further ado guys, let's get into it. Okay, so starting off with Black Ops 1 Zombies, the first wonder weapon that I think is just very underrated is actually going to be the Scavenger from Call of the Dead. Now the reason this wonder weapon is so underrated is because of the sole fact that a lot of people actually don't know that this is actually a wonder weapon. And what I mean by that is just look at this weapon. It doesn't look like anything too crazy. Pretty much what it looks like is a sniper that actually gives a lot of damage because it has explosive bullets. But that's not the only reason for this wonder weapon being so underrated. Another reason is on Call of the Dead we have a zombie boss called George, and this weapon, Unpack-a-Punch or Pack-a-Punch, it really doesn't matter, is seriously so effective to actually kill this guy. And once you actually kill George on Call of the Dead, you get a free perk and you also get a free Wunderwaffe. So pretty much using a wonder weapon to grab another weapon and a free perk. It's pretty cool, and this weapon goes nicely with the fan favorite perk PhD Flopper on Call of the Dead, which is a must-have. If you want to get to high rounds, you want to have the Scavenger, you want to have PhD Flopper, and once you have those two things, it's pretty simple to get to higher rounds. So moving away from Black Ops 1 Zombies and jumping our way into Black Ops 2 Zombies, the first wonder weapon on this list would have to be the Sliquifier. Now this was introduced into Dire Eyes, and it's actually a buildable wonder weapon. I like to call this weapon the Sludge Gun because that's pretty much what it actually is. So pretty much what this weapon does, it just shoots all this slime. Zombies slip and slide from corner to corner, and it actually is quite powerful against the zombies itself. Now back in the day, before all these patches came out, the pre-patched Sliquifier was pretty much the ultimate high round machine. You could get to round 100 in one shot, and if you don't believe me, go and search up some gameplay on YouTube, just because of the sole fact of this wonder weapon being so amazing back in the day. Now they have patched it over the years of this map being out, but it is still very powerful and it is a buildable, so sometimes you can get this wonder weapon by the earliest round possible, either it be round 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't matter what round you're going to get it by, you're going to get it guaranteed, and once you have it, you're pretty much set for higher rounds. The other thing I personally don't like about this wonder weapon is the fact that you can camp until whatever round you want to get to. It's pretty easy just to sit in a corner and shoot this every 5 to 10 seconds. But moving away from buildables and actually getting into a wonder weapon that is actually obtainable via the box, this is going to have to be the Paralyzer from Buried. Now just looking at this weapon, it looks very amazing, and it actually is, but the one thing that a lot of people didn't really enjoy about this wonder weapon is that it was one of the first to have actually a recharge ability instead of having ammo in your stock. So what I mean by that is we actually don't have any bullets that shoot out of this weapon. It's actually just some swirly tornado shit that we have going on right here, and if you use it too much, you will have to stop using that weapon and actually recharge it for a short amount of time. Now to be fair, the Unpack-a-Punch version of this weapon does make you go down a lot, as the recharge time does take a little bit longer than the Pack-a-Punch version. So once you actually Pack-a-Punch this weapon, it turns into the Petrifier, and this weapon, oh my lord, it is a beast. It is so fun to run around with this weapon in general because of the sole fact of it slowing down zombies. And I don't know about you guys, but when I use this weapon, it gives me a hell of a lot of drops. Either it be max ammos, double points, fire sales, it doesn't matter what drop I get, I'm gonna get shit tons of them, and it's gonna be pretty good. So the damage on this weapon is very nice, but as I said before, the reason why a lot of people really didn't enjoy this wonder weapon was because of the sole fact of it having a recharge ability. But other than that, it's an amazing wonder weapon. Now I thought I'd throw in a little bit of an honorable mention on this list. Now I know a lot of you guys don't like exo zombies, but there's a wonder weapon on the map Carrier that really does need to be used just a little bit more, and this has to be the LZ52 Limbo. So this was the main wonder weapon for Carrier in exo zombies, but one of the few reasons of it not being used a lot on this map is because we also have the Cell 3 Cauterizer, and the effect that this wonder weapon actually has is it shoots lasers in a limbo stick formation, and it does take a little bit of a while for it to actually shoot zombies. This isn't a weapon for sticky situations, but again, it's very fun to use. Sliding our way in to Black Ops 3 Zombies, we're going to be starting off on a classic that was brought in to a remake of a map, and this is going to be the Wunderwaffe Dg from the Giant. Now you may be thinking two things right now. The first thing you may be thinking is, Wilbo, you didn't say the proper pronunciation of the wonder weapon. Now I want to say I'm not German, so don't hate me down in the comment section below. And the second thing you may be thinking is, Wilbo, this wonder weapon is overpowered. I mean, look at the variant in World at War and Black Ops 1. It was pretty good. Now yes, this wonder weapon is pretty good, but the reason why it's so underrated is because of the sole fact that we have a lot of other wonder weapons we can choose to use in other DLC maps. With having that makes the Wunderwaffe, which was actually introduced in World at War Zombies, look a little bit shit. Another reason this wonder weapon is so underrated is because of the sole fact that this weapon has had so many patches in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Some months it may be good, some months it may be bad. It really depends on what Treyarch is thinking on the day of patching this wonder weapon. I mean, personally, I've used the wonder weapon a lot of times on the Giant, and it has been the time where it's actually the best it could possibly be. But I've heard a few people talk about how shit it is and just how many times this wonder weapon has been nerfed. But enough about wonder weapons that people are calling shitty. Let's get into one that not a lot of people actually really know about, and this is going to be the Skull Bow from Eisendrache. Now this weapon is surprisingly one of the best underrated weapons I've ever used in Call of Duty Zombies history, because firstly, it's a buildable, so it doesn't really cost you anything. Secondly, the upgrade quest for this bow is actually quite simple, and thirdly, the damage that this wonder weapon actually does is quite amazing, and it really does need a little bit of light to be shined on the weapon itself. So what does this Void Bow do? Pretty much, it works the exact same way as the other bows on Eisendrache. You aim, you shoot, and it kills zombies. But what is so different to the electric bow, to the wolf bow, to the magma bow that this bow actually has? Now that would have to be somewhat of a monkey bomb or distraction effect, and what I mean by that is, if you can see in the gameplay being shown here, I'm shooting zombies with my Void Bow, and it actually distracts the zombies, chews their head off, and it does last for a decent amount of time. Now the reason a lot of people actually don't use this wonder weapon is because yes, there are better variants of the bows on this map, such as the electric bow and the wolf bow, but personally this bow is actually really fun to use, and you never see a lot of people actually using this bow. And with the recent patches that we've had in Black Ops 3 Zombies, this bow has been a little bit more better in just the recent patches in general. But anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of a list of the most underrated wonder weapons in Call of Duty Zombies history. So again, this is also personal opinion, and some of the opinions are actually taken from you guys over on Twitter. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash a like on it. Shows you guys really supported the video. If you're new around here and want to stay up to date with all my zombies content, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the videos I upload in the future. And if you think there's an underrated zombie weapon that I did not put on this list and should be on this list, comment it down in the comment section below. I'm very curious to see your opinions and your thoughts on this list. But that's going to be today's video guys. I'm going to be seeing you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.